Death sucks. It doesn't matter whether it's a close family member or that relative you haven't seen since 2006 who gave you that purple sweater you never wear. There's only two things that are certain in this life: death and taxes. Death tax has been around for a while.
The IRS defines the death tax as a tax on your right to transfer property at death.
It consistently polls as the most unpopular tax because it punishes people for dying.
How un-American is this contortion? When we make them pay tax all their lives, does death trigger another grab from the government?
Current law imposes a 40% death tax, but only on assets north of $12 million.
I don't have $12 million in assets. I don't have to worry about this 40% tax.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah, but you know who might have to worry about it? The guy who owns this bar.
It's crazy. People work their entire life to continue to build and grow their family farm or their small business. And now President Biden and Washington Democrats are trying to propose a second death tax.
One death tax is bad enough, but the Biden administration is proposing a double death tax. And this second death tax applies even more broadly than the first. If you've got $1 million of unrealized capital gains, which means assets like your house or your small business that you just haven't sold yet, and you die, this double death tax is going to put a 43.4% tax rate on all of that stuff. What's the best way to die?
I don't know. I hope I go in my sleep.
Worst way to die?
Burned to death. Drowning would be painful. Anything with a snake quite concerns me.
Should the government tax you for dying?
Absolutely not. The worst thing they can do is to tax you and your family after you die.
True or false? The death tax is un-American.
True.
So let's do an example here. Farmer Joe has farmed on his family's land for generations. In the time that Farmer Joe's owned that land, it's gone up from $2 million to $4 million in value. Farmer Joe dies.
It's a magnificent stone. It's just a magnificent stone.
The first $1 million in value in the land isn't taxed, but that second $1 million is taxed at a 43.4% rate. Farmer Joe's kids have to come up with $434,000 just to pay taxes on land nobody ever sold. So what's going to happen? Little Jimmy's going to have to sell this family farm, which has been in his family for generations, just to pay Uncle Sam his double death tax.
What we really have is a shift of wealth out of the family business sector.
So Wendell, that means you could be out of a job. If your boss dies, they got to sell the bar in order to pay this double death tax. You think it affects you now? This is just stupid. It makes no f***ing sense. A double death tax punishes you for pursuing the American dream, opening up your own small business, or even owning your own home. In this country, we've historically taxed income, but encouraged wealth. It's what's made us the most prosperous country in the history of the world. But the woke liberals on Capitol Hill have totally outdone themselves this time. Double death tax passes. It'll be a massive tax increase on small businesses all across America. It'll particularly hit manufacturers. You know, the people who got us through this pandemic. So here's the good news. Politicians on Capitol Hill are starting to figure out that the double death tax hits the middle class. Share this video, and we'll bury this double death tax once and for all.